Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Alright guys, what is going on? How y'all doing on this Thursday evening? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I know I just realized I completely forgot to update the graphics. Because that's what the last couple of days has been to me. Ah, God. So I apologize. I will have them updated next week, because, of course, Seth Rollins is, of course, the first, well, not first ever, is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So he should be replaced with Cody. Cody Rhodes should be replaced with Seth Rollins. But I will have that for next week's review of Monday Night Raw. So I apologize about that. And I apologize again, this is late. Again, I could have gotten these done sooner this week. Because again, all my shows I see to watch new episodes of, those are all done for now. But then, of course, with the wedding and then some of my other stuff's come up. Like yesterday, it's just 1 month till my wedding, and like literally, like everything's like you're getting those moments where it's like, oh, you have to do this. Oh, I have to do that, and that's what yesterday was. It was just one of those days. So I'm actually recording this before I do my my Double or Nothing review, but I will not be uploading this till after I do my Double or Nothing review. I had to go back and watch a couple of the matches because I had some streaming issues when I watched Double or Nothing on Sunday, so I didn't quite get the full glimpse of some of the matches. So I caught up with those, but I'm recording this one first because this one's not going to take quite as long. I had to fix a couple graphics for Double or Nothing, but I also didn't want to go live because I do have my brother-in-law coming by to drop off his dog, because we're going to be watching him. Or her, I can't remember if it's a he or she, for a week. And I didn't want to, I knew the graphics would take too long, and I didn't want to be live when he arrived. So I'm going to record this first, that way I have something done. And then once that gets settled and get my graphics fixed, I'll hopefully do my live review of Double or Nothing tonight also. Hopefully. I'm sorry I keep promising you guys stuff, though, and the stuff does not go through. But anyways, let's talk about this episode of Raw. It was the Fallout show from Night of Champions, the May 29th, 2023 edition, the Memorial Edition, and we're now on the road to Money in the Bank 2023, which will be taking place on July 1st, 2023 in London, England. And July 1st is actually going to be my wedding day. So I will not be able to watch Money in the Bank that night because I will be partying because I would have just gotten married. But I will catch up with that, though, of course. I'll have to probably try to do the preview the week before my wedding, though, because I'm pretty sure that week of the wedding I'm going to have a lot going on. So I do not want to be doing any previews the week of. So, with that being said, though, let's talk about this episode of Raw. It feels like the shows are just getting worse and worse and worse. Because this show was not that great. I mean, a couple little things I can say, I get it. But, of course, with the reports coming out, that was not really news to me, that Vince McMahon is remotely making changes to the show. Which, again, is consistently keeping me saying, then what is the point of Triple H's job if Vince is just trying to hide behind him and basically put all this blame on Triple H? These shows continue to show, that's tongue twisting, that Triple H is literally trying to work with shit. Trying to make gold from poop. as a phrase that I remember a college professor of mine used to always say. Nothing really entertained me on this show. First, you have rule breaking again with this whole draft. Again, I will say, what the hell is the point of the draft if you're having these pointless moments of stars coming over from SmackDown to Raw or Raw to SmackDown, and then it does absolutely nothing? What am I talking about? We had Seth Rollins, the newly crowned WWE World Heavyweight Champion, come out in the beginning, basically just to celebrate his victory, to get interrupted by SmackDown star AJ Styles. Again, why is AJ Styles on the show? And the rumors of it was a last minute addition by Vince to put AJ Styles on the show. Why? What was the point? Because all he did was, well, first he came out and acknowledged, I know, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be on SmackDown, but I had to come here to congratulate you, Seth. You didn't just deserve this. You earned this. Shook hands. And then the Judgment Day come out, blah, blah, blah. Sets up for a main event tag match later in the show, which Adam Pearce had to call someone. Didn't say who it was, but to confirm if this match could happen or not. And he got confirmation he could let the match happen. So they had a match with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles against two members of the Judgment Day, which was the main event. And only thing I can remember from that match was that Seth Rollins had a moment. I forgot who he was, doing a reenactment of. He had this moment where he came out and him and Rhea were kind of like celebrating. And it was like, wait a minute, what are we doing or something like that? I forgot who they said it was a reenactment of, but that's the only thing I remember. What was the point of AJ Styles coming to Raw to have a tag match with Seth Rollins? What was the point? And also, again, you still have your SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw, and you're not acknowledging it. You're just ignoring it and making yourselves look even more like stupid idiots. So yeah, that drove my gears, of course, on this episode. What else do we even have on this episode? We had two Money in the Bank qualifying matches that were solid matches. Ricochet defeated The Miz. Ricochet, had some good maneuvers in there. And to my surprise, Shinsuke Nakamura cleanly beat Bronson Reed. I'm okay with how they did because they had him hit him with like 3 Kinshasas, so it looked like Shinsuke really had to work to keep Bronson down. I am intrigued about seeing Shinsuke, of course, being in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I just know if Triple H had full control and no Vince whatsoever, I just know he'd be booking Shinsuke better than he is right now. Because Shinsuke's been losing a lot since he came back. Yes, I do like how he kind of has his old entrance back and whatnot. I like that, but I still have my head scratchers. Again, because Vince is around. He's making changes remotely and hiding behind Triple H. But we all know it's him. Trish Stratus has a segment. First off, I'm also confused. We're not in Saudi Arabia anymore, right? Why did Trish and Becky come out with the same attire from when they were in Saudi Arabia? I was confused by that. But Trish came out, basically said, I told you so, blah, blah, blah. And also give Zoe Stark credit. And Zoe Stark came out and basically just said, why go the route Becky went when you could just learn from the best right now. So that's the reason why she's aligning with Trish Stratus, which I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Zoe working with Trish. I do like seeing that she's going to be in a Money in the Bank qualifying match with the woman who got squashed in 69 seconds by Rhea Ripley and Natalya. So why should she have a qualifying match? Oh, I don't know. Probably because they have nobody else. And Becky's going to be facing Sonya Deville. So I'm wondering if Becky's going to get in on the Money in the Bank ladder match or not. Or if they're going to, Zoe and Trish are going to screw her over. Then, of course, Becky Lynch does come out and attacks, but the numbers game caught up to her. Here's the two things, though, I'm worried about, though, for this. Again, I like the pairing of Trish and Zoe, because they've been booking Zoe really good so far. But I'm worried that eventually they're just going to make Zoe Becky's punching bag until she gets to the Trish again. And two, again, as I keep saying, I understand the premise of the story. And of course, they're teasing, Becky's past. Because we all know that Becky's had a history of some struggle, of course, to get to where she is in the WWE. However, again, these promos that Trish are cutting feel so micromanaged. It feels like she's literally reading off of a script. Also, why was Kevin Patrick reading off of a script while on camera? That looked very odd too. But again, these promos that Trish is cutting, it's like, it's taking me out of it. Because it just feels so micromanaged and feels so forced. Outside of that, like I said, I get the premise of this. But it's the stuff in between, it's you can tell it's scripted. And it's not that good. So, I'm still hoping this goes well. Hopefully this does give Zoe Stark a good rub. Like I said, I don't want this to be her... I don't want this to be her basically being Becky's punching bag. Also, we also got some promos, some hype promo for this. It looks like Candice LeRae is being repackaged. She's something about what my wings mean to me or something like that. So, I get it because Candice LeRae came back as a babyface basically with her Poison Pixie gimmick when she was a heel in NXT. But, she could be some type of a fairy godmother or something like that that's going to, I don't know. I just see this and I'm just I'm sure Vince wrote this and I don't trust this. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens when Candice debuts this new gimmick. What else we had? Well, we also had Indus Sher squashing two jobbers. I don't care. I don't care about Indus Sher. I don't care about Balder Mahal. Yes, Jinder Mahal bald. We also have... We had... The only thing that actually was a little entertained by was the segment with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Imperium, and Alpha Academy. This felt a little bit improv. Of course, they had Sami Zayn leading the charge with their promo about how they defeated Roman Reigns, and they had Kevin Owens who looked annoyed, but then Sami said look at a smile here, and Kevin Owens with this realistic odd smile. Then Imperium came out. They had some back and forth stuff, which again, even later in the show when Gunther cut a promo on Matt Riddle backstage, looks like we're setting up for a match between them, which honestly would be awesome. Gunther and Matt Riddle for the IC title. But again, promos sounded scripted. But this segment with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Imperium actually sounded a little more improv. And of course, we eventually did have Chad Gable do a long shoosh come out. And then basically, the tag champions endorsed Alpha Academy. And apparently Maxine Dupree is also now officially part of the Alpha Academy. Whatever happened with the Maximum Male Models, I don't know. But Maxine Dupree, all of a sudden, her and Chad are gabling along. Gabling along, that sounds very weird. They're getting along very well all of a sudden. And they had the match with Alpha Academy and Imperium. I'm guessing you can say Alpha Academy and Maxine Dupree are both baby faces now. I don't know. They're just so back and forth with it. I'm going to wait and see where this one plays out before I do a turn alert on them. But also during the match, they had Valhalla randomly come out and chase off Maxine Dupree. This sounds like a bad comedy skit by Vince with those two. And it causes Imperium to beat Alpha Academy. So I guess they're setting up Imperium to take on Sami and Kevin for the tag titles, which I'd be for, except the fact that they've already had the past month. That match happened 2 or 3 times, and Imperium's lost every single one of them. So why do I care when you do Rematch City, Vince? But there's nothing we can do. Again, nothing we can do. Nothing we can do because Endeavor loves Vince. Vincey, I love you, buddy. Please stay. Oh yeah, I couldn't do this anymore, but Endeavor wanted me to stay. Bullshit, Vince. Bullshit. You wanted to stay. You just said that just to make us, just to hide up the truth. You think we're dumb as fuck. Maybe you are. But anyway, so yeah, we have that. As expected, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler won the Fatal 4-Way to win the women's tag titles. Do you care? No. Also, I think Ronda's still hurt. I'm pretty sure Ronda is still hurt because there's a few times she was clutched at that bad arm and she didn't do much in this match. So yeah, Ronda and Shayna win the tag titles. When they'll drop them, who knows? But also, they had a backstage interview where Ronda Rousey, trying to sound all tough and whatnot, holds the tag titles out towards the camera and said, "These nuts prove it." JD McDonough was supposed to wrestle Dolph Ziggler in his first match on Raw, but it was a double count because McDonough beat the shit out of Ziggler outside the ring. Love the aggression. Love that he still has his NXT UK song, I guess, because I did watch NXT Stand Deliver, and he was on that show, and I thought his theme changed, but I guess he still has his NXT UK song, and I guess he's still playing the same character, except just a new name. I don't know why they changed the name from Jordan Devlin to JD McDonough, but I like that he basically just beat the crap out of Dolph Ziggler, and that was basically it. But again, it would have been nice to have him actually get an actual win out of this, but you know. And the last thing I didn't talk about when I ordered was the fact that Cody Rhodes came out, basically said although Brock Lesnar got him the pass out, he didn't tap or anything, so he didn't beat him. So he basically challenged Brock Lesnar to a rubber match, which I still say do it at Money in the Bank, just you could have, that match open the show. Cody wins it and goes on to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match and wins the Money in the Bank contract. Although, if not Cody, I would still love to see LA Knight get in that match and win it. If not Cody, LA Knight's the next pick. LA Knight! Yeah! He should be still saying that, but I'm still afraid Vince is trying to get him away from that catchphrase. Which bothers me a lot. But, because it's getting a positive response. But basically, he cut a promo basically saying that, he challenges Brock to a rubber match wherever, whenever. So, it could be at Money in the Bank, but I did realize something. Since SummerSlam last year, I think Brock's only missed 2 pay-per-views. And because he's worked SummerSlam when he fought Roman. He did not work Extreme Rules. He worked Crown Jewel against Bobby. He didn't work Survivor Series. So that's 2 of 4. But then he worked Rumble, he worked Chamber, he worked Mania, he worked Backlash, and he just worked Night of Champions. So he's worked 7 of the last 9 pay-per-views. So he could sit out Money in the Bank and take a break. It's possible. But of course, then, if they did that, then what's the point? Because I know some people are saying they should do the rubber match with Cody and Brock with the titles involved. Okay, but isn't the whole point of Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes like a roadblock for Cody Rhodes before he gets back to Roman? Like that, it would just make the feud look even more awkward and pointless if that's the route they went. You know what I mean? So, although it would be nice to see, I don't just say nice, but although it wouldn't surprise me if Brock took a break for Money in the Bank, because I'm pretty sure he'll be back for SummerSlam. But again, my thing though is then what would Cody do? Because I definitely, here's the thing that also worries me too. My friend told me that apparently Vince McMahon is going to has the final say as to when Roman's title reign ends. Which I'm pretty sure he has the final say on a lot more things. So, I don't know what the heck's going to happen with Roman at SummerSlam. I still think that Roman will be either facing the Usos with Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank, or he'll be fighting Jimmy one-on-one at Money in the Bank. One of them's happening. But, of course, I'm still going to do my Money in the Bank card predictions. Don't know which route I'm going to go with it. Still going to think about it. But we'll wait and see. And that's my review of Raw. Wasn't a big fan of it. Some stuff that, I get it, but still wasn't really that great. So I'm giving this week's show a C-. A C- because, yes, there was a bunch of pointless, boring stuff. Again, still can't understand what the whole point of AJ Styles going to Raw was. At least on SmackDown. So, that's that. That's my review of Raw, guys. C-. Again, I will have the graphics updated for next week. Again, I'm sorry again about the delay on these reviews. I'm sorry I keep promising you guys stuff and stuff's not happening. Again, it's just life's happening and I was in no mood yesterday to be doing any reviews. So again, I will wait to upload this until after I do my Double or Nothing review. Again, I have to fix the graphics. There's a couple things I got wrong on the graphics. So I'm going to fix that. And then I will do that live once my brother-in-law's dog gets settled in here. And hopefully I can get caught up tonight with that. And I'm also, again, halfway done with the shorts from my 2018 version of my worst wrestling matches of all time. Hopefully soon, again, I will get to do that video. And then my Money in the Bank preview, match card predictions, and hopefully soon I can get back to the video games. Again, May and June are going to be busy months, but after my wedding, hopefully things will start to settle down, and I won't be so busy. So guys, thank you again for your thoughts on this. Actually, this is recorded, so thank you again, guys, though, for those who did watch this video. Again, leave thoughts about Raw down in the comments section below. Be sure also, as always, to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93, and also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out, and I'll catch you guys all later. And don't forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself.